So we're here with Brianna Garcia talking about your storyboard artist of Batman Harley Quinn.
Yes.
Yeah.
I came into the project about like halfway when it was done, because they needed the extra help, and so like I was available at the time. Thank goodness.
Mainly, I guess we want to ask if you what scenes you worked on.
Oh gosh, I don't know if I'm ready to talk about that.
Really?
Well,
so in other words, it was the sex scene.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Most of the movie was done by the time I came in. I helped out putting a lot of Bruce Timm storyboards into the animatic. That was kind of my main job.
Nice.
And then I got to do a little bit of boarding for the Harley versus Ivy fist fight kind of thing. But I got to do cleanup on that and help out.
Nice. And how did that play out? Like, what was the process of designing the fight?
A lot of it came from the storyboard artist Soda. She is amazing. She's very talented, and I love her work. She boarded most of the fight, and it was actually even her idea to do the boob punch. And we all got a kick out of that. She was so proud of it, and so when she pitched it, like the other guys loved it. So I was very happy to see it made it into the movie. We weren't even sure if it would make it into the movie.
A lot of stuff made it into the movie.
Yeah, so I'm very proud of her for doing that.
Yes.
So a lot of the other guys did the very rough boards, so a lot of my job was to do the cleanup and make it, make it look pretty.
We saw a bunch of storyboards. I don't know if we saw yours in specific, but there were ones that Nightwing's hair was different than what ended up in the movie.
It looked like it was spiked, but without the mullet, whereas in the movie it's all kind of bangs.
Do you have any like details on like why there was the change?
I don't, sadly.
We had two nerds asking.
When I came onto the project, even some of the storyboards hadn't been updated, so like they had some of them had the mullet, some of them had the spiky hair, and even then at that point I couldn't tell wait, which one are we going with? I can't. Which one am I supposed to draw?
Right.
I can't even keep track of that. So it was I knew some of the guys who did the character design on that. So I'm not sure when the switch happened, but. It's like I kind of like the spiky hair a little better, but that's just me. So
they also kind of gave him eyes. He had eyes under his mask.
Yeah. Again, it's like, do I draw that? I don't know. We'll just see how it turns out.
The big question we want to ask you is if you consider the movie to be a part of the Batman animated series, because there's a lot of big contention about whether they wanted to fit. Yeah. Yeah,
I kind of do. Like, I watched all of the animated series when I was young. So when I came onto that project, it felt like I was going back to childhood, It's like it felt very nostalgic and in the same fashion as the animated series. So like, especially Harley herself. I had that moment of, oh my god, I get to work on this movie that's basically like a continuation of my childhood. I was stoked for that. So I kind of do consider it within the same canon. Yeah, right now I'm just doing some freelance for Nickelodeon, so kind of jumping from studio to studio.
Anything you can tell us about?
Oh, actually right now I'm doing a children's book for their show Butterbean's Cafe. It's all these cute little fairies who run a cafe in the woods, so it's for little girls and I love it. It's so cute. Very different from the stuff I did at Warner Brothers. It's for Nick Jr.
No boob punches.
No, none of that.